Hi guys, I'm Steven.
Hi guys, I'm Mistiy.
And you're watching?
Idiot Stuff.
And what are we watching?
We are not watching anything, we are reviewing the new Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Before we go, this is a full spoiler review. We are just going to talk about the movie.
Yeah. Let me start with one thing I said when the trailer dropped.
Okay.
Please don't cram everything in one movie. Make few sequels.
Yeah.
Let the story build. And they did exactly the opposite. They crammed every storyline possible in one movie, 2.5 hour movie, and they lost me there because I was so interested in that storyline. I was interested in Atlantis and their history and the politics and the 7 seas, the 7 kingdoms. I was really genuinely interested in that, and I wanted to see more of that.
So the problem with this movie is, I think, I said it, this is like a superhero movie on steroids, and everything they did, they wanted it to be
bigger, better,
faster, fast and furious, you know, and they wanted to be everything. And
well, I understand they have to survive now. The DC has to survive, but this is not the way. Let the idea grow in the public eye.
There are 2 really great scenes in the movie, and there were
the first one with Nicole Kidman kicking ass.
Yes.
That was the camera work, just going with her moves and
I like the whole introduction with her and her husband.
Yeah, the love story was amazing and cute with the dog.
Yeah, with the dog.
Their dog. It was so cute.
This is actually fun and cute. It ended up with the Nicole Kidman fight.
Yeah, and that was amazing.
That was brutal.
Beautiful fight.
Yeah.
And the second one, when the Aquaman and Mira were going to the abyss.
Yeah, because they found the final clue and they were going to the
center of the...
It's the abyss where they found the trident, and there were these like Murloc kind of guys.
Murloc, and those we know they're from Warcraft, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna call them Murlocs.
Yeah, because they're like Murlocs.
Yeah. And the Murlocs were like the gazillion of Murlocs, and that one scene when you see the surface of the water up and down,
and they jump with the flare,
and they just
like,
keep coming.
Thousands of them, like wow.
I got goosebumps.
And the visuals, everything, and the sound, and at that point, this was like the best scene in the movie.
Yeah.
It was like wow.
One of the best scenes I ever seen on TV on big screen.
In the superhero movie.
Yeah.
And I think if you cut like 20 minutes of this movie, to cut all the stupid
like the Pinocchio scene.
Yeah.
Why did the girl give the Pinocchio book to the Mira and she... That doesn't matter!
And then... Yeah, and that doesn't... Like, what are the chances?
It was cringy and it was not natural. And like the Superman with the... Oh, you smell good.
But he did the smelling as well.
And he did the smelling underwater.
Yeah. Ocean Master and the Aquaman started their first challenge.
That fight.
There was like
the big screen.
2 hologram banners of like pros and cons and like weaknesses, and what the fuck was that? Oh.
Jumanji? That's such a Jumanji vibe there.
Yeah, so the movie had a lot of vibes from the popular movies.
Yeah.
There was like 60% of the movie was Black Panther.
Yeah, the Black Panther with
the storyline. With the Black Panther storyline.
Yeah. And then we have the National Treasure.
Yeah, National Treasure / Mummy.
/ like going for the desert.
Yeah.
And the clues and everything and the humor.
The humor, the clues. So they fall out from the sand, the quirks. It was like, okay, we're watching the Mummy now. You know?
Yeah.
And then there was
the Thor part.
The Thor part where they need to find the weapon, and then he gets the weapon. And eventually, in the final scene, he gets the big entrance with the weapon, and like, but which was great. I'm not saying.
No, we're not saying anything bad about it.
The entrance was amazing and everything.
And they travel to the middle of the earth.
Oh yeah, and when they find out his mom is alive and she's wearing the Murloc suit.
How to Train Your Dragon?
Like, come on, what is going on? It's like,
what are we watching? What are we watching?
The movie wanted to be all these things, and some of the things really work.
Yeah.
And I think cutting maybe one storyline from this movie would make it.
And we were talking about it, cutting the Black Manta, and just leaving the clues for it,
Yeah.
it will be enough. Just
Yeah.
one bad guy that introduces us to Atlantis and Atlantis culture.
Like post-credit scene, so he gets like a clue he wants in bed. Leave it for the sequel, whatever.
Yeah.
And there was this really, really great topic that I think they did not explore at all. It's the pollution.
Just mentioned.
Yeah, the pollution and from the humans.
Yeah, that was the gray area that they could address. And they just mentioned it, and it was never addressed again.
But you don't actually ever see the ramifications
of that.
Of the pollution to they're making our people sick or whatever. And then
but what happened?
And then you enter the city, which is like the Black Panther entrance to the Wakanda.
And everyone is
blessed. It's like, whoa, you know? Yeah. Obviously, you know.
Give us the repercussions and give us the discussion of the problem that it's a catalyst for this war.
Yeah.
It's a very good reason to attack. It's a very good reason.
It would be a very good reason for all of them.
But they need to hammer it. A little bit more.
Yeah, and I think the exploring more from the pollution and the human polluting all the seas, and probably see the ramification maybe on the children, on the sea life,
on the other species,
on the other like subspecies that developed. Like, okay, we are getting fucked here. You know, we need to do something.
So the other problem is the OP-ness of the Aquaman in the final battle. So Aquaman is a motherfucking OP guy.
It's not actually a problem. It's great, but
no, it's a great. But in the final battle, when the King Orm, I mean, you know, he can one punch him. He can one punch him.
Yeah, but there's a corny line which I said when we talked about it. When he gets the power and everything, he comes in with on a fucking kaiju monster. He comes in on a kaiju monster. I was just expecting, you know, the Jaegers from the Pacific Rim to come in like to start shooting. Okay, but it's like the
Kraken. The Kraken.
And then he goes, I need to stop him. And he asks Mira, but do you think I'm powerful enough to stop him? Like,
you're riding the fucking Kraken! You're riding the Kraken!
Yeah, and this is what, like 20 minutes of these little scenes that really make no sense. Cut it, movie is like 10 times better.
Yeah. You could just send like thousands of dolphins on him and it's done.
The Aquaman, Jason Momoa, what do you think about him?
I love him. He is Aquaman.
Yeah, he is
Aquaman, and he fits the story. He fits the character, and I can see he's having so much fun.
And I think the casting was really good, and this off-brand Aquaman that people were like, is it gonna work?
We were talking about the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. Oh, yeah, that was like a wasted opportunity.
Oh, God, I was so mad. I was so mad. Yeah. Come on, DC, you had a perfect Joker staring you at your face and you missed it. And you miscast him. I mean, he was... I had such warmth for him in this movie.
Yeah, Vulko was... Obviously, he had to be there. He was training Aquaman, etc. But I think most of the actors could pull that off. You know, it's not really a big role.
But we know him, we know who he is.
But that was like a wasted casting opportunity, I think, for him.
Yeah, a lot. Mira.
Oh, Mira was great.
Mira was fucking OP. Come on. Mira could one-handle the King Orm.
Yeah, I was like, when they were in the challenge, and there was like a water coming.
Yeah, and pushing.
That was Mira, right?
That was Mira.
I was like, okay, but Mira is OP. Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah.
Did you see her final attack with the bottles? When she goes ballistic and like, and the bottles go.
Okay,
it's technically water.
It was technically, you know, but it was technically Age of Ultron when Scarlet Witch does the same thing, you know. And then everyone explodes.
Well, maybe we girls like to scream.
Yeah. And there was like just this kind of scenes that, okay, I've seen this scene in a movie before. And it's like, come on.
Where do I remember it? Where do I remember it?
Yeah, where do I remember it? And then actually later on when you start remembering all these scenes you kind of seen before. And these little inconsistencies in... not in storytelling, but in technology and everything, because they have this amazing technology, and you know, for thousands of years, and then Black Manta gets like a box of something, and then he makes an Iron Man suit.
Something else for him.
Yeah, but
and he can even cut it and reassemble it and change it for himself.
Yeah, and I actually didn't quite.
We were talking about that guy that was in the news, that science guy.
In the final, in the
post-credit scene. Yeah, it would be. Because he is like a scientist, and he was following the Atlantean culture and everything.
It would be good that this actually they cut the middle part, and then at the end of the movie they do the suit and stuff.
And that science guy made the suit.
Yeah.
Why do you need boats when you do with your legs like this, and you just go like a bullet?
Yeah, but you are then tired and everything. Yeah.
And you're on the other side of the Pacific.
But yeah, I liked the chemistry between Aquaman and Mera was.
I loved Mera.
And she's beautiful at heart.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's beautiful. And her role was actually fine. I didn't find anything wrong with anything that she did. And I think her part was actually, I think, one of the best parts in the movie.
Those two.
This movie was, I'm liking this movie, I like it. Like, I didn't care about, it's over the top, it's fine.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that tipped over the scales for me to not go a little bit higher, and that's the soundtrack.
Oh, I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, the main soundtrack, the themed soundtrack
is... The original soundtrack is fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
But the location soundtrack, like in Italy when they were... It's American music. It's some kind of pop... I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was exactly, but some kind of pop music.
I know there was like a Pitbull song or something.
I remember, I turned to him... What the fuck is this music? I mean, what's going on? Give it, because... Wait. When you are into movies and you're watching this scene and you know it's Italy and they're pushing it.
Yeah,
it's in Italy.
Okay,
they're pushing it. And then you hear the sounds of American pop music, and when it strikes you, like it moves you from the reality.
You don't know, like, okay, what's going on?
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah, and then they land in the desert, and then you have like, they jump from the plane, and then you have that people like, what?
Why?
Because the last trailer had an epic trancey soundtrack that like and everyone was commenting that this is fucking amazing, and I never heard it in the movie. Never.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if they just made the music for the final trailer.
And let me say something. When the funny dialogues came on the screen that were also in the trailers, you can see they were pushing the trailer so much. No one was laughing.
They knew what was coming.
Yeah, no.
Because they didn't leave anything.
Was so quiet.
Yeah, maybe if 2 or 3 jokes were left.
I have to let her in.
Okay, let her in.
She's the cat. It's snowing outside, and she's going in and out of the cow house for every 5 minutes.
Okay, the whole movie, most of the movie was underwater. What do you think?
I liked it. I actually
had
liked
no problem.
The only problem I had, I told you that, when they came out of the water, 1 second the hair is whole wet, and the other second it's a little bit dry.
Yeah, but they are like underwater. They like have hair that just gets.
It's Pocahontas hair. It's Pocahontas.
And actually, when I was watching the first trailer, I was like, "Oh, this looks really weird." And they did this little effect when they were underwater. The first effect was the sound they were making. It had this kind of echo that you would normally hear when there's a large body of water. That was like a really good thing. And there was like little of murkiness. Did you see it?
Yeah.
The picture was like a little bit moving, and that helped a lot, to have.
Okay, you guys have to understand. We love Jason Momoa as Arthur. We liked Amber Heard as Mera. Adored CGI. There was like 2 or 3 times that it was, but in general, it was amazing.
You just this is how it is, and it looks good. And that is what I said. We accept that it is over the top.
Yeah.
And that is it.
This has to be a CGI fest.
Yeah.
It has to be. There's no other way. The Kings. The plot with the Kings.
Yeah, and Dolph Lundgren was really great as the king of the second, the leader of the second
kingdom.
Kingdom.
Yeah. Through the whole movie, I was really interested just for the Atlantis and the history of Atlantis.
And I think that they should have just gone with that and maybe expand a bit more on their relationship and why is it that they want the war. Kind of leave all the Black Manta maybe for the smaller
for the
movie.
later part.
Just maybe a sprinkle in the start and that's it.
Just let us know that something is going to happen, but this is for now. This is DCEU introducing us to the Atlantis universe.
Universe is like huge now.
It's huge,
And I think all the people that are gonna be directing the movies after this one are gonna have a really hard time.
Yeah, because they already addressed a lot of things in this one.
Juggling all the things that they are now here in this universe.
Yeah.
We generally liked it, but we need to score it for the final.
For me, is idiots-like.
Okay, so it was like. I think it's frowny face for me.
It's frowny face.
Frowny face for me.
Let us below. What do you think? What are your opinions on Aquaman? And I'm Mistiy.
I'm Steven.
Like,
comment,
and subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.